Yahoo!
I'm really kind of afraid of him because he does not honor. If this government can do it to Marcos, they can do it to all. An injustice not only to the living, but also an injustice to the dead. Can you imagine if you can do it to all the living, injustice, and that is the ultimate responsibility of politics, and do it to the dead, that we have to hold not only respect, but honor the dead. Hold the dead sacred. If that can be done, I'm really scared. Everybody, all the leaders of all the nations of the world at the height of the Cold War that I had been privileged to meet, I had great esteem, appreciation, because they gave us friendship, support, and was very generous to the Philippines. In the case of Chairman Mao, when I gave him respect, and I made mano to him, the Filipino way of respect, because he was much older than me then. He took my other hand and kissed it. When the world asked him, why did you kiss Mrs. Marcos' hand? And he said, when Mrs. Marcos respected me, in turn I respected her, admired her, and loved her. With Kadhafi, I am very grateful. He was then the leader of the Islamic Conference of 29 countries. And in 4 days, we were able to start the negotiation for the Tripoli Agreement that gave peace in Mindanao. He was really committed to his religion peace. I had the privilege of meeting Kim Il-sung of North Korea. I said, sir, you look so disciplined. When you look at the army, the lines are so straight and they're so disciplined and all of that. He said, we have to be very disciplined for survival. Because he said, we are surrounded by all the major powers of the world, even with Saddam Hussein. I was very grateful to him because after the Tripoli Agreement, the first leader that came to invite me to their international trade fair, what he did was really to invite the first 10,000 Filipinos to work in the Middle East, which we needed badly then for foreign currency. It helped our economy then. We have to respect international law, the law of the sea, which is 200-mile limit. And Spratly is about 80 plus miles away from Palawan, from the Philippines, and about 800 miles away from mainland China. But you see, you have to go also at natural law. You know, if you will look at the history of archaeology and also geography, we had land bridges to China, but during the Ice Age it melted. So there is that history that we were connected with China in prehistoric age. When things like that arises, there should be some kind of an ownership like this and all of that, but we must honor the law of God, natural law. The seas and the oceans were created to make sure that each and every human being and citizen of the world and every country has a right to water and the seas and the oceans. I was a little disappointed because he went on a long trail of an expensive survey where he got more than 70% approval of an honorable burial. Then he said, no, limited, honorable. When you give honor, there is no limit. That's the best. That's why even when I was at the height of my trial, when I coughed blood and they were giving me medical severance and everything, I said, no, give me 1 week to recover. More than life, I value vindication, truth, and honor. When people cannot make the right decisions, then I always look up to God. There is always a divine plan for human beings. And so I'm waiting for divine guidance and the divine plan for Marcos. And I'm sure, as a believer, there is a divine plan for a blessed man like Marcos.